All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is currently April 5th, which is the day that the new Legion changes are coming out on the PTB. I've been thinking about making this video for a while since the Springtrap one, and Jason was definitely next on my list, and I wanted to make this before any, actual leaks came out, since the PTB is up now, you know? You never know what people are going to find. So anyway, yeah, Jason Voorhees is a killer that I would like to see in Dead by Daylight. Honestly, probably second, dude. I am kind of buying into the Five Nights at Freddy's Springtrap hype, but Jason definitely deserves a spot in this game next to Michael and Ghostface and Freddy. The gang's all here. So anyway, just like in my Springtrap video, we're only going to discuss Jason as a killer with no survivor. Frankly, just because I'm a killer main and I genuinely just don't care what could be brought to the table with survivors. And also, I'm not a game designer, so I don't really know how these would work balance-wise, but it's still fun to throw some ideas around, you know? So let's start off with the power that I came up with for Jason. It's called Eternal Hunter. So Jason is going to be able to walk into pallets and walls to destroy them. The way it's going to work is you're going to have to just hold the key, like hold W, for just a second, and altogether it's going to reduce the time it takes to traditionally break a wall or pallet by half. The second that you have to hold the key for is just to prevent it from accidentally happening and getting locked into the animation. And this is already really good for chases, so Bloodlust is still going to get canceled if you break a pallet like this. I wanted to keep this in Jason's power because I didn't want this to become a perk that everybody can use. This needs to be just a thing only for Jason. All right, let's talk about the active. The M2, you're probably looking at this and you're thinking, well, Huntress already throws axes, right? But think of it as if Huntress threw her main M1 axe instead. So Jason is going to stand still when you hold M2. And he's going to raise the axe over his head for just a tiny, tiny bit of time, and then chuck it directly forward. And it's going to go really far forward, but you can't angle it up like Huntress axes. So you really need to be able to predict where the survivor's going, because once you're charging it, you're going to chuck it. So since it's very risk-reward, you take a lot of time to throw it, and you can't really change the trajectory of it. It's going to insta-down survivors if it hits them. The axe is then going to leave the survivors with a hemorrhage, which is insane because I wrote this before the new hemorrhage change that's going up on the PTB today as of recording. So we might need to rethink that. I don't know. But anyway, the axe is going to get stuck into whatever it hits, be it a wall, be it a survivor, be it a pallet. And Jason needs to go and collect the axe before he can throw it again. And that plays into the lethality of being able to insta-down, because this thing's going to travel really fast, but just straight ahead wherever he throws it. If you do down a survivor with it and you go to pick up the axe, he's going to take the axe out when he picks them up. So it's kind of like nice little time saver. You're ready to go as soon as you hook that person. So that's going to be his power. Let's move on to the perks. So unlike in my Springtrap video, I decided to maybe try to calculate these out, how it would be for each tier. I don't know how I feel about that. Again, I'm not a game designer, so I don't know about balance, really. Anyway, this is Steadfast, and if you know, you know. We'll see where this is going. So basically, this is a very simple perk. It's going to make Bloodlust trigger faster. Tier 3, it's going to take half the time. So Tier 1 of Bloodlust takes 15 seconds of chase, and Tier 2 takes 30, and then Tier 3 takes 45. So do with that math what you will. And your lunges that are used at Tier 3 of Bloodlust are going to have a longer range. Let's say half the distance of coup de grace, maybe. This perk would really help out a lot of killers, especially somebody like Sadako. And that's also why I wanted to keep Jason's passive pallet breaking to himself, because this, paired with that, I feel like really makes Jason feel like the unstoppable force that he is. All right, next perk that we have is going to be called Youre All Doomed. Are you picking up what I'm putting down yet? Leave me a comment down below if you figured it out. Anyway, so this is going to be basically corrupt intervention, but for totems. All right, so it's going to block all 5 totems but the kicker is that your hexes are going to remain active. That means that you get an entire 2 full minutes before, let's say, you know, you ever spawn in on Father Campbell's Chapel and you see your ruin totem across the map and it gets cleansed before you can even get over there? Yeah, that's what this is going to prevent. So yeah, this is going to be a really, really strong perk, except people have been crying for some sort of nerf or complete deletion of Circle of Healing. So hopefully this helps. The other piece of this that's going to help with that as well, if any survivor blesses or cleanses a totem, their aura gets revealed to you in white for 7.5 seconds, which is the time that Scourge Hook Floods of Rage reveals for, is 7.5, I think. I could be wrong. But anyway, their aura is going to get revealed to you in white for 7.5 seconds, and all the other survivors are going to get revealed in yellow for less time. That does sound like a long time for aura reading, but this is reliant on survivors doing the totems. So I feel like that's fair. Finally, the last perk. Jason's too iconic. We have to have the perk be named after him. We have Slasher, of course, dude. So this one's a little funky, alright? So you hit somebody with a basic attack. You get a token towards Slasher. You can have 3 tokens altogether. Each one is going to reduce the cooldown of your attacks in the same manner as Save the Best for Last. If you choose to, when you miss, you can click attack again, so you can spend a token and immediately attack again. And if you miss that attack, you can click and immediately attack again by spending another token. So think of how like Mad Grit feels when you're carrying somebody and you can literally just spam attacks. The only little wrinkle in this one is that you have to miss first. You can't do this when you hit somebody. I thought of this to try to counter the way that survivors like 360 and they mess with your, you know, FOV because killers play in first person. So that's gonna be it. That's Jason's power and his perks. Obviously the map, without a question, has to be Camp Crystal Lake. That would actually be really, really nice. We have Haddonfield, so why not, dude, you know? And let's see, Jason's Mori as well. Very simple. Again, just kind of going with Jason's unstoppable, brutal strength. The survivor's going to try to crawl away from him, and then he's going to pick them up by their head and just snap their neck an entire 180 degrees backwards, and then drop them on the ground. I don't know if we could actually get away with this one, considering Demo's Mori, where he literally eats their entire head, but then their head is still attached to their body. And skins. Obviously, typical hockey mask. Machete in one hand, axe in the other. There we go again. Let me know in the comments down below. That would be his standard skin, just the way that everybody always envisions him as. We could also have a skin that's like the one with the bag on his head before he gets his mask. And we could have fucking nasty ass zombie Jason from, what is it, from 4, I think it was? Hi, Smokey. Smokey sees a bird or something out there. I don't know if that came across on the mic, but that's hilarious. And finally, we'd have Uber Jason, you know? Because why not? We need another skin. Anyway, man, the series actually kind of gets wild now that I think about it. Way out of control. So anyway, that's going to be it. I got to go because my cat is very needy. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought about my Jason idea and what you would change. And if there's any other killer theories that you want to see me do, I'm down. I've got one that's absolutely bonkers, like in the back of my mind, but I might save it for a special occasion, so we might not see that one for a while. Yeah, anyway, otherwise, I'll see you guys later. You can subscribe if you want to see some more Dead by Daylight videos, and I stream every Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday evening over at twitch.tv/MaxBakerTV, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yeah, I know. You want pets. All right. My time has come. I must go pet the cat. Take care and peace, people.